Hi everybody. I've done something really exciting today. I've changed chairs. So I've got a different outlook from where I'm sitting. So exciting. As I can't go out and film for you, I'll show you my living room and kitchen. Give you a tour, shall I? Bear with me. There we go. As you can see there, that's where I've been sitting for the last 10 days so far, just doing my videoing and vlogging and things and getting started on my FOPY'sFrance channel and obviously doing a lot of editing. So and Sharon joined me there yesterday, bought a sewing machine and we sat at the table and she did some sewing and I helped her with a tote bag that she's been trying to make for ages, trying to build her confidence up with her sewing. So as you can see here, you've got a CD rack. We don't tend to play the CDs very much because most of our music's online, or we've got albums and a record player there as well. Then you've got books. There's some artwork on the wall there, and one of those is mine. And that another little Mexican unit at the back there we bought in the UK. That light we bought on our holiday to the Dordogne. No, was it the Dordogne? No, it was in Pornichet. The one that's in our video, on the holiday video. Bought that in a shop and Duncan fell in love with it. So as soon as we came back, the old one changed. The old one's now up on the landing. And then you've got obviously the doorway to the hallway. Then there's our kitchen. Some people wouldn't like the kitchen in the same place as your living room, but we find it fantastic for when you've got people here, for food or drinks or anything, and you're all in one room, and it's a lot more sociable. And also in the winter, it's you're all in one room again, and it's easy to keep warm because once you're cooking, the room's warm, and yet we have to let the wood burner die down sometimes because it just gets too hot in here. And we're very well insulated behind all these walls that we installed when we renovated. There's a lot of insulation. So that's the kitchen. And there's my table behind the sofa, which keeps all my saucepans and everything. And you can see at the back there's the little windows. They actually look out to the alleyway that walks behind the house, and the actual walk, the level of the earth and where you can walk is just below those windows. So it's quite strange to see people walking down there from the waist down. That's all you can see of them. So there, then you can see. I'm going to zoom in on this bit so you can see a bit better. So there you've got Duncan's record player and a unit that he made. He's actually made that from the top was from a coffee table, and he took the legs off and then built underneath it. Can't really see because the sofa's in the way, but that's full of half. It's full of my cookbooks, and the other half is Duncan's, and some of my records, the old LPs as he used to call them. There you can see two hearts. They're made of nuts and bolts and everything, and they were made by Joshua Alexander. He's another YouTuber I follow, and I bought one for Duncan for his birthday. Unfortunately, the base broke on it, and when I told Josh about it, he sent us another one free of charge, bless him. So I've ended up with two of his creations, and I'm really pleased. And obviously, they're both done. You see, one's darker than the other because they're both made from slightly different things. The one on the right is made from nails and things. The other one's nuts and bolts. I don't know if I can zoom in any more. No, that's about it. The painting on the wall we bought when we was on holiday in, I can't remember which holiday that was now, but we bought that in Duncan fell in love with it in a La Troc, which is a depot-vent, which I spoke about in one of our videos. And and a depot-vent is just basically somewhere that people can take things and people sell them there for them and they take a commission. So it's a bit bit like a charity shop because you can get some things cheaper, but not as cheap as if you went to a charity shop. There you've got our shelves that Duncan built with our DVDs in and some books. And in front of that is my exercise bike, which I haven't been on very much lately, obviously. And we've got our speakers and on stands that Duncan built. You can tell Duncan's quite handy, you know. And that window there in the middle, we look over our neighbour's potager, his allotment. Obviously, I'm watching. That's Rally Roots on her a minute, another YouTuber. I'm just watching YouTube while I'm sitting here. I do prefer to watch YouTube to normal TV, I have to say. The table that the TV is sitting on, Duncan built that. Most of what he builds, it makes out of oak, so it's good solid stuff. And there's a nice mirror there that Duncan bought while I was in having my mastectomy. It always reminds me, it looks like a window. When you look at it, you just feel like there's a wall there, but it's actually next door neighbour's wall. So you can't see through it. Then there's our fireplace with our wood burner. And there's that hearth again. Duncan had to build that. You imagine trying to move those huge stones when he was building it. It's just needed a crane to do it, but managed to slide them in between us and made a really lovely hearth. And there's a rusty frog sat on our wood. Sharon bought that for Duncan for his birthday. Oh, I forgot to mention. Let's go back. Let's go zoom in. There, that J&D. Sharon and her daughter made that for us one Christmas. And that's always taken pride of place on our shelves. And there's a picture of our twins there. Again. Okay, then we zoom round. And you can see our Moroccan mirror collection. And then we're back to this. All this pointing between these stones I did. I painstakingly did all this pointing in between the stones before we moved in, obviously. That little table there, underneath that table is a sewing machine base. I can't show you at the moment, but yeah, it's a nice little base and it's just the right sort of size to fit on the end of the sofa there. Okay, and then this box here and this box here, the first one, the smaller one, Duncan put that together himself, but this one is an old chicory box, vintage chicory box that we bought at a brocante fair, and Duncan put a top on it and put wheels on it. So, and inside there, at the time, it was, again, not long after I'd had my mastectomy, and we had so much medication and so many dressings and things that everything was in there at the time, and now it just mainly contains my medical records and a few other bits and pieces, and my daughter's wedding album. But, yeah, and that cushion is for me to put my foot on when I'm sitting on the other sofa. And that's my knitting book, so I keep trying to find something to knit. And so that's the little one there. And as you can see, I've got my foot on Duncan's puff. I call it Duncan's because he bought it and he tends to use it, but I've pinched it off him at the moment. Okay. Then let me go round, and then these windows, the French doors that I'm sitting in front of, look over our square in the middle of the village. Okay, I'll slowly bring you back. Don't want to make you giddy. Okay, then we come back to me. Okay, I'm back. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little tour. I just noticed the state of my hair. I only washed it yesterday. I used all-in-one all-in-one shampoo with the conditioner built in, and I didn't like it at all. It feels dirtier than it did before I washed it. Unless I didn't rinse it properly. That's the trouble when I'm standing at the sink and trying to rinse it. I just want to sit down because it the one leg I'm having to use all the time hurts quite a lot at the minute. So I'll have to wash it again. The reason I'm sitting here at the moment even and not doing any editing or anything is because I'm waiting for the nurse to arrive to give me my injection. I have to have an injection every day. I think it's to stop me clotting or something, because obviously I'm sitting around a lot and because having the plaster on. So so I've got that every day. They come and stab me, so I've got little bruises all over my stomach. But okay, so I shall love you and leave you, and I shall see you in the next video. Again, any questions, anything like that you want, any comments you want, just put in the comments below. Okay, au revoir. I forgot to mention, before you go, this shirt or top I'm wearing is one I made from a man's shirt. It's one of my favourite ones. And I should be doing some of this in my Foppy Creations channel. You can see I put a little flower on the back. It's gaping a little bit on me now, so I've put a bit of weight on with lockdown and all this sitting around recently. But yeah, I quite like this one. It's a nice cotton shirt, and it just gives you an idea of the things I've been doing with men's shirts. Okay, see you soon. Keep forgetting to bend down.